Yo, what is up YouTube? Back with another video, and today, oh my gosh, it's the Eagles-Steelers prediction video. I've been looking forward to this game for the last 4 years, ever since we lost to the Eagles in Philly, 31-3 I believe. You know, that was embarrassing. We had a good team that year, we made the AFC Championship game, and we lost to a rookie quarterback. Truly, this year is going to be a very different outcome, and we're just going to have to talk about why. But off the bat, I just want to say, congrats to the Philadelphia Eagles. They're in first place in the NFC East with a 1-2-1 record. Truly an amazing, talented team, and truly they deserve a playoff spot, a home field advantage playoff spot. If there's any team that's just deserving of a home playoff game, it's the Philadelphia Eagles because they just have the hardest division in the NFL. Alright, so before we get into the video, I'd just like to say thanks for the support, bro. Thanks for the views. Appreciate everything. And consider hitting that subscribe button. Alright, so Philadelphia at Pittsburgh. You know, I thought the Eagles were going to lose to the 49ers by 30 points. But then again, the 49ers stink because they're as injured as the Philadelphia Eagles. Nick Mullins played a very, very, very bad game. He debatably threw that pick six right to the Eagles defender on purpose. You gotta wonder if the Eagles paid him to do that. That was truly the worst interception I've ever seen in my life. The dude was looking right at him. He was standing in the middle of the field. Nick Mullins just throws it right to him for some reason. You gotta wonder how bad you have to be to make that big of a mistake. Also with the Kittle drop on the 2-point conversion. CJ Beathard could have ran it into the end zone. You know, this game should have ended in a field goal tie and then went into overtime, but it didn't. The Philadelphia Eagles definitely did not deserve this win. It's just very poor play by the 49ers quarterback Nick Mullins. And on the other hand, we have the Steelers who didn't play week 4 because the Titans, you know, they were immature and they got Corona. So that game's postponed. And of course, the Steelers get a week 4 bye. Wow. I thought the Eagles would lose this game, like I said before, and honestly, with that long of a freaking flight back home to Philly and then such a short time to prepare for the Steelers game, I thought the Eagles were just going to not be motivated at all. They luckily win that game, and that could honestly be a very, very, very important thing about the Steelers-Eagles matchup. I say that because it gives the Eagles hype. And this game's only in Pittsburgh, not far away from Philadelphia. And I don't even know what's going to happen in this game. Historically, the Eagles play the Steelers very well. But this year, the Eagles, look at their team. With one of the most injured teams I've ever seen in my life, we have the Philadelphia Eagles. Their starting wide receiver, number 1, was, oh my gosh, Greg Ward, number 1 wide receiver. Just to say, they have Alshon Jeffrey, Deshaun Jackson, John Hightower, J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, drafted last year, Jalen Reagor, Zach Ertz, and Dallas Goedert. And the only 2 good receivers that play on that team last night against the 49ers was Zach Ertz, the tight end, and Greg Ward. You gotta wonder why the Eagles get injured every game. It's kind of like really weird. Just looking at this team's roster, just looking at the depth charts, I see out, injury reserve. Like what? So this team's obviously just completely trash. And honestly don't even think they're good. And I say that because the 49ers they're even worse, honestly. Like that quarterback play by Nick Mullins was, I don't know, borderline 4-string quarterback. If that dude didn't play a snap in that game, 49ers would have won by 50, but he did. He threw pick sixes, he threw interceptions. It was embarrassing. But enough about bashing this Eagles team that doesn't deserve that first place in the NFC with a 1-2-1 record. Let's talk about the Steelers. Well, obviously, we have the best defensive line in the NFL, and we gotta wonder if that's just gonna be a complete mismatch. So Carson Wentz, honestly, I believe he avoids the sack pretty well. He'll get rid of the football. He'll dodge defenders. He'll literally juke out defenders. But the Steelers' defensive line is something different. It is the best in the league. TJ Watt, Bud Dupree, it's just unstoppable at some points. With all the injuries to the offensive line, Carson Wentz is going to be under a lot of pressure this game. And honestly, I don't think they're going to sack him as much as I think they will, because Carson Wentz is a very good quarterback. But this is going to cause a lot of pressure. He's going to throw inaccurate passes to his receivers and potentially fumble the ball once Dupree and TJ Watt get to him. One thing I completely hate how the Steelers, had that bye week 4. Like, it's probably the worst thing that could ever happen to them. But one benefit of that is that Deontay Johnson had a whole week rest, had a whole 2 weeks, I should say. The Steelers' entire team had a week rest against the Texans, and they played a week 3 home game and week 2 home game. So they've been home for the last 3 weeks. They play at home again, and then they play at home again against the Browns week 6. So this team's been at home for a long time, over a month straight. So I expect this team to be very healthy, and I guess you can say a bye week 4 just forces this team to play good later in the season. And I firmly believe that's going to happen. So even though the Steelers are obviously going to win this game, like straight up, I'm just going to say right now, even though the Steelers should win this game by 20 points, maybe 30, I just feel like it's one of those choke games for the Steelers, I definitely think the Steelers are winning 100% of the outcomes, but of course, out of 101 outcomes, the Eagles can win one of those. I have no reasoning why they could win this game. All I gotta say is the Steelers have that choke game, but honestly, I doubt it. I believe the Steelers should easily win this game. I completely believe the Eagles are the worst team in the NFL. They tied the Bengals at home. They barely beat the 49ers with all their injuries and with a backup quarterback. It's kind of embarrassing to honestly say. This team's just horrible, and Steelers should easily win this game. So the Eagles defense, I'm not going to say it's bad because, but the Steelers offense, it should get a lot of yards this game. I believe they're going to run the ball nice. They're going to throw the ball nice. The Eagles, they're just they're one play away from their best players on defense just getting absolutely destroyed. And of course, some of them already are destroyed. Once Darius Slay is out, which probably is going to happen this game, their whole team is just injured. The Steelers should abuse them passing-wise, running the ball. James Conner, Juju, Deontay, they should all get 100 yards in their field of play. I expect the Steelers to win this game by 20 points, even if the Steelers don't score as much as I think they will, which probably might be the outcome. It doesn't matter, because the Steelers' defense is the best in the league. They're going to get to Carson Wentz so many times with that dominant defensive line. This game is just over from the start. And if Carson Wentz wants to win this game, it's very simple. Do not get sacked. So that's my pick for the Steelers-Eagles game. I know I didn't really go into a lot of detail, but honestly, do I even have to? This team is embarrassing the Philadelphia Eagles, of course. And the Steelers are debatably the best team in the NFL. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Adios.